Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 47 of Trials Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me as always is...
Hi, my name is Ben, and I'll be playing the level 5 Gnome Wizard Winsler along with his cuddly little companion, Mr. Wiggles, who broke a pot.
How dare
I can't believe this.
Oh!
Kharla, go!
Oh, okay. Hello! Hello, and my name is Kharla, and I play the level 5 Tiefling Rogue. Hello, everyone. My name is Kharla, and I play the level 5 Tiefling Rogue Integrity Adelberry, and I like tea.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira, the level 5 half-elf bard. It's time to spill the tea, sis.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam and I play Serinepth Cinderman, a level 5 human sorcerer, and I'd like to introduce you all to Mission Impossible. Watch as we all fuck up.
Tea.
That's our theme song now, you can't stop it.
Don't spill the
And
tea.
last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students tested their truth serum in tea upon Serinepth, who promptly told the truth to everything, despite the test being to tell the lies.
Lied a couple of times in there. Shut up.
They did this prior to confronting Professor Deeptar regarding his status as a student stealing slime, as they were scared of his reaction to potential truth serum poisoning. We find ourselves now in media res. The pot has fallen. The pot is crashing against the ground. Wiggles, the adorable little gray cat, has just pushed it angrily off of the shelf. Everyone stands in awe for a second as this teapot smashes against the ground into tens of little tiny shards. Professor Deeptar will look at the cat and say nothing. He will just stand there, open-mouthed, looking at the cat. He will then look at you, the students, and will say...
I look like I've just seen a ghost.
One of you, grab that damn cat.
I'm gonna run.
And we'll point at the
I'm
cat.
gonna run and gently pick up Mr. Wiggles, and I'm gonna hold him in
Okay.
my arms, and I'm just gonna
All right.
whisper, I think you did okay.
Nothing happened.
He will purr contentedly with himself.
You're a little bitch, though.
Oh my gosh.
He
Um,
What just happened?
What was your name again? And he'll point at you, Integrity.
Hi, my name is
Fourth time.
Integrity Adelberry.
Yes. Could you go grab a broom and dustpan so that we could sweep this up before anything bad happens?
You know what I could do for you.
What do you mean by that?
Could you grab a dustpan? It was a very clear question. Request. Thank you.
Where
Mr.
can I find the
Wallaby.
dustpan and the broom?
It should be in a cupboard nearby.
Like, outside?
Out in the hallway, yes. A
Oh.
broom cupboard. They should be properly labeled as
You
such.
should go get Toll and employ his cleaning services.
You know what I can do for you?
Please don't
Watch
make
this. This always
Uh-oh.
happens. This always happens where I live. And I'm going to pick up the shards with my hands.
What?
Very carefully.
What?
What the fuck?
What?
I will clean it up without a broom and a pan. I will clean it like how normal people did before there was a broom and a pan.
That's why they invented the broom and the pan.
He looks down at you, picking up individually the little shards off of the ground of ceramic, and he'll just mouth agape, shake his head, and then turn to you, Winsler, and say, Mr. Wallaby, could you throw that cat outside so it doesn't break any more of my teapot collection? I don't know why the animals are roaming around the campus. I guess there must have been a escape from the zoology department.
He's not just an animal, he's my friend.
That's your cat.
Yeah. What's it to you?
Well, it just broke a priceless teapot, which belonged to me. And quite frankly, I would enjoy it to be replaced or something of the such. And since it is your pet, I would deign that it is your responsibility to replace such a thing.
But it is your pot.
What did you just say?
But it is your pot.
Yes, but your cat broke it. And he'll point accusingly at Wiggles.
How dare you would accuse my adorable
Winsler.
little Mr. Wiggles who would commit such an atrocity?
Wiggles is just purring.
Wiggles
He
is
wouldn't
enjoying
hurt a
himself.
fly.
He then proceeds to kill a fly.
Except for that one.
You all you, Serinepth, and Mira, with your ears on the outside of the door, hear this, what sounds like a radio drama unfolding inside. Crash! Whose cat is that? It's my cat! I will clean up this stuff with my hands.
Very
It's
quietly,
literally-
Serinepth is just gonna be like, if one of them would take his thing and open the door, we could get in there. But they're not.
I know. Okay, is there anything we can do?
Do you know if there's any if there's a cross breeze here, or maybe something?
Pull the fire alarm.
There's no fire alarm in this building. Are you kidding me? We watched the zoology department burn down without any alarm going on. Excuse you?
Sir, do you have a garbage can in here?
Why do they keep saying it?
Yes, of course. And he'll pull a small waste basket out from underneath his desk for you to throw those things in, like one of those like weaved wooden ones. you know?
Well, there's still some tiny shards. Let me go get the thing that you told me to get. And I'm gonna walk out the door,
all right.
open the door wide open,
Wait,
Okay.
wait. Oh my fucking god. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot.
and grab my and grab the broom.
Okay. You push against the door, and these two immediately kind of retract, obviously, knowing that someone is coming out of the door. You open the door wide. Serinepth and Mira, you can see clearly into the room. What would you like to do?
I just remembered something I have,
Yeah, what's going on?
but it might not work.
But
It might
you
not.
do have a butt, yes.
Hell yeah. So how much open is the door right now?
I remember in Kharla saying all the way open.
So we can like slip inside.
Absolutely, you could slip on in.
We're gonna.
You see 3 small cups of tea sitting on the table and a small teapot sitting on a stand.
Who got the truth serum from us? Because I think we said it was gonna be pre-made. So who has it?
I think Winsler had it.
Fuck.
Was the supposition. Because Integrity was trying to be like, Winsler, do the thing.
I
So
fucked
I
up.
think Winsler
So
had it.
okay, what I'm going to do, because like he's distracted by getting everything put back together, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm-
he's just like kind of looking down, looking at the cat, arguing with Winsler at this point. It's your cat, so I feel like you are the responsible party for
I'm gonna, like,
replacing my
bring my
priceless
hand really
teapot.
control
I'm going
what
to
he
bring
does?
my hand out. I'm like try and like bring my hand out of it, or like I'm gonna like take something that's not invisible, and
Okay.
I'm gonna move it on the floor, like just slightly away from us. Like I'm gonna cast. Let me just check. Fuck everything. Everything needs concentration.
I thought she was gonna scorching ray this fool.
No! I'm gonna use message on
Okay.
Winsler, and I'm gonna say I'm going to move around your left side where the cups are. Have the vial out in your hand. I'm gonna get it from you. I'm gonna slip it into his tea, and I'm gonna like slowly start.
Winsler, you receive this message in your head.
I'm gonna slowly start moving across the room,
Okay,
and when
I'm
I reach
gonna-
right behind him, I'm gonna like touch his shoulder very gently, and I'm gonna like move my hand down his arm to where like the vial is.
Yes.
Okay.
So grabbing something does not, I think we've historically said, does not make it turn invisible. Because when Integrity was invisible and grabbed Faramel's staff,
Oh, yeah, it was just a floating
was,
staff.
It was a floating staff running through the alley.
I'm gonna like keep.
So I need you to make a stealth check with advantage
Okay,
Look.
for him not to notice this floating vial of
Uh,
blue liquid.
that is a 18.
Okay, that's acceptable.
What I'm trying to do is like I'm like keep it like next to his leg and move it down to like the floor,
Mhm.
up the side. I'm gonna get around the desk from where he is talking to Winsler to his.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing he set them up so that there's 2 on one side and 1 on the other side.
Yes, that is correct.
And I'm going to bring it up so that Winsler can see it, and I'm gonna pour it into that one, and then quickly drop the vial back down behind the desk so that he can't see it, but I'm still
Okay.
holding it.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring it back
Absolutely.
around the side, down to the floor, up, and put it back into Winsler's hand. And I'm gonna
Okay.
sneak back over to the other side of the room.
Winsler, for all intents and purposes, to a third party just performed the
I just
dopest
witnessed
magic
a
trick on
ghost.
Earth. Yeah,
But I told you what was happening.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen.
The blue liquid of the potion mixes seamlessly with the light brown of the tea,
Listen,
as if a slight increase in volume, but not super noticeable.
listen, Professor Deep Tar, I'm really sorry about the whole ordeal. I usually don't take Mr. Wiggles with me when I go meeting with professors, and I'm really sorry that he broke.
I
the
can see
priceless
why.
pot.
I will.
Do you think we could sort of make up and sort of like finish the tea that we never really started? Because I feel like it would be a shame for it to go to waste.
Well, the door's been open, the light's been let in. The prophecy won't really be
I
very.
mean, not just for prophecy's sake, but just as like a tension breaker. I
sad.
guess.
Sad Winslers is very sad.
Aw.
We've all just been sad.
Make a
We're all just
persuasion
sad
check, I
people
guess,
today,
with
okay?
advantage.
With my tears.
I'll give you advantage because you're a sad
He's so
boy.
cute.
He's so
He's just a
tiny
sweet
and his
boy.
tears are so big on his face.
That was 14.
Pretty please.
Boy?
Okay.
Integrity also has to start
Persuasion is
crying,
shit.
please.
Integrity.
She's not back yet.
Oh, yeah, right.
You reach the broom cupboard, and there is a large figure standing next to the broom cupboard. They have a orb for a head,
Okay.
a spherical orb.
Oh.
They're wearing a cloak that looks like the night sky, and they look down at you and say, "Idleberry,
What up?
Hi. How have you been?
I am well." And then it will kind of like reset its posture, so it's instead of looking down at you, because it is 9 feet tall, it is now kind of looking down the hallway back towards the office, and it will say, "Why are your classmates hiding behind that door?
Which classmates?
What?
Miss Marchand and Miss Cinderman were hiding behind that door
You
while you and
He can
Miss
fucking
Wallaby."
see?
You fucking robot with true sight.
He has the sight.
He
What
has
is
wisdom.
going on here? Are you eavesdropping upon professors?
Oh my god.
Wait,
They know all.
they were out there?
Yes, they are going to point and say, "Miss Marchand is still standing right there."
And I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna be like,
You see nothing.
what are you talking
You know that
about?
Mira is presumably there and
Yes.
invisible.
But
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, what are you talking about? This is the broom and cup the cover for the broom and the spoon, right?
A spoon?
Spoon. There's no spoons contained within this cupboard.
Broom and pan.
There are refillable brooms. Well, not so much refillable for you, but refillable for me. Should I need to replace my broom,
Yes,
Um,
please.
I can give you my broom that I currently have upon my own frame, if that would be adequate.
Thank you. Yeah, we just accidentally dropped something at Professor Deep Tar's room. So I'm just gonna sweep it up, if that's
Very well.
fine with you.
It doesn't relinquish the broom to you, nor does it open the broom cupboard for you. It just kind of looks at you, and then after a few moments will say, "I will give you the broom after you tell me why you are eavesdropping upon a professor with your cohorts."
I mean, I was not eavesdropping. What are you talking about?
So you are saying you know nothing of the involvement of Miss Marchand, and then Serinepth, you crawl or like walk out of the room after having done the deed, and he
Hell
will
yeah.
say, "And Miss Cinderman, who has just returned from within the office, you know nothing of their involvement in this scenario."
No, Toll. It's Toll, right?
We look entirely different. I don't understand how
Who
you
is
could.
this?
You racist.
Is
Toll
this?
will remember this.
Who is this?
This is Ari.
Oh,
I love the character continuity that this is Toll. I love the character continuity that both Kharla and Integrity cannot tell Toll and Ari apart whatsoever.
So it
Toll
is
has
Toll.
a spherical head.
Hear me out.
It is
Every
Toll.
time there's like a conversation between Integrity and a golem, I just assume it's Ari because Ari just appears when Integrity needs him the most.
Make a deception check since you
Ari
lied.
would be a lot bitchier in this exchange.
Oh,
That's how you know
hell
it's
yeah.
Toll.
He's trying to be professional.
They're
He's
more
in like
formal.
a teacher's office. Like
Wait, you said what?
Deception check.
Deception?
Because you said, I don't know anything about it.
These are like my strong suits. You're really like.
Deception. How dare you?
So that is a 12.
Okay. Toll will look at you, reset its posture, bend down and look back down at you, and then will put its hand underneath its cloak and relinquish its broom to you and say, very well, go sweep up your mess.
Thank you.
You may keep the broom as well until it has fulfilled its course of duty, at which point just leave it and it will be taken care of.
Okay, thanks. And then I'm going to walk back, and then while passing through, I will whisper very quietly, Toll can see you.
I look up and I'm gonna whisper quietly back, that's Ari.
If that doesn't give you goosebumps, it sure. I don't know
Turn
what will.
back.
It's
I'm
not
like-
Ari, it's Toll.
It's Toll.
It
It's
is?
Toll.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Serinepth also can't tell them apart.
Okay,
It's
to
a
be
family
fair,
trait.
I've only ever met one golem here, and it's been Ari.
That's true.
I don't know.
That's actually the
I don't know if
truth,
they
I
all look
think.
exactly the same or not.
And I'm going to sweep
Okay.
up the stuff.
Okay. So you return integrity, and Winsler is just like teary-eyed, blubbering about drinking tea, and Professor Deeptar will, as you walk back in, and say, "Oh, what's your name again?"
Jesus Christ, dude.
My name is Idleberry Integrity.
Oh, tell your friend. I'll ask your opinion of it. Your friend's cat broke my precious teapot. Do you not think that he owes me a teapot in replacement, or some sort of monetary compensation for such a precious item of a collection?
I personally think that if you were going to put such valuable possessions in your room, you need to be aware of the risks.
Well, I assume that my students won't be visiting me with feral cats that will knock over my teapots.
He's not feral.
He's just a dick.
If anyone here's feral, it's you.
Dude, don't say that!
I'm gonna whisper
This is
that
the
under my
worst-
breath.
This is the single worst plan operation that you all have ever had.
Okay, hear me out. The plan
I'm going to
was...
cast message.
the plan
I'm
was
going
good.
to cast message. I'm going to cast message.
Do it!
And I'm going to point to integrity, because I,
Yes.
of course, would have been watching when Serinepth was spiking the drinks. And just in case, I'm going to say, the one with the truth serum is the one in the middle. So make sure you don't drink that one, and make sure Winsler doesn't drink that one.
I mean, Winsler saw me pour it in there, so...
And I'm just
Yeah, but integrity didn't.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna-
And there's probably not a way for Winsler to non-verbally point that out.
I'm gonna cast message on Mira really quick and be like, BT dubs, that golem down there can see us. Point out Winsler, because I've lost all fucks to give. Point out Winsler and be like, stop insulting the teacher. And
I'm
just
out.
get him to drink the potion.
I'm gonna get the middle cup and pick it up in both hands.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm going to move around the desk in front
Yes.
of Professor Deeptar, and I'm going to
Deeptar watches you the entire
I'm going
time.
to hold up the tea, and I'm gonna just say, "Look, can we please just talk this over with some tea? I feel like emotions are running really high right now. I know that I'm not feeling the greatest. I know you're not feeling the greatest. I don't really want to be that one kid that you kind of hate in your class, because that's never really happened before. I'm kind of more of a teacher's pet, in all honesty. But could we please do it for both of our sakes and just sort of calm down?"
He'll grab the teacup from your hands. He will hold it and he will say, "You're very insistent.
I mean, yeah.
Is drinking tea that important to you?"
I mean, kind of. Doesn't have it something to do with the prophecies and all that?
Yes, but the light got in and the prophecies are nullified by that. You have to be in a dark room for them to work.
I mean, I could also just drink tea with a prof. It doesn't have to be like class related?
But sure. And he seems exasperated and gestures for you to sit down.
The goal,
sit down.
The goal is to just annoy them so much that they will do it.
And
They're
he
gonna
looks at
kick us out of
you.
school here.
He looks at you, Integrity, and he will say, he'll open his mouth as if to almost say something, but then he'll look back at Winsler and go, "Would you like your friend to drink tea with us as well, or should she continue to just
I mean,
sweep up your mess?"
yeah. There's a third cup here, and then it'll go cold and go to waste. If Integrity, come sit with us and drink.
Okay.
I
He will take a sip
drop
of the tea.
stuff.
Jesus
or he'll drink the tea, and we can say that you all that drink the tea. Yes.
I want to let
An entire
Wiggles
thing?
have the little taste of some tea.
Okay. Sure. That's
When's
bad
that?
for animals, I think.
He's a
think tea is
magical
fine.
familiar.
Okay, that's okay. Sure.
Please do not
Okay.
feed your cats tea. At least not
It's
without
bad
proper
for the
research.
Cats can drink tea, but you shouldn't give them caffeinated tea.
This is a message
Okay.
that we send
This
each
is
other.
herbal
tea.
Just
Herbal's
letting everyone
fine.
know. Just make
Yeah.
sure that whenever you feed your cat, it is right for them because we don't want to kill cats.
Don't feed your cat tea. They can't eat tea.
Thanks for the PSA, folks. Let's
Call
get
that
back
a
to the
TSA.
game.
God
I'm not
damn
talking
it.
about the earplugs.
Okay. So, you all drink tea. I would say that Serinepth and Mira, are you just going to stand there and watch?
Well, we are
Yes.
now aware that the golem can see us.
You are aware that the golem is standing there looking at you, or you presume it to be
Can't
looking
do
at
much
you.
about that right
Can
now. I'm gonna
he-
be observing this thing.
Yeah. At this point, he's already seen us.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's something we're gonna have to
we
deal
can
with later.
just make it. We can, like, can Toll tell that we are like invisible, or is it in his sight? We are just in the building. We're just standing there.
You have no way of knowing.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we're still invisible
So-
for like an hour, so I mean, we could like
Yeah.
casually walk into the room, and hopefully, it looks like we weren't invisible in the first place. We were just really curious because like he saw us walk up with our friends. We can make it look like we just like eavesdropping with our friends for some reason, and like we.
This is like that scene from The Hobbit where the professor just only likes seeing students in pairs of two, so you have to show up 2 by 2 or else he'll get upset.
Mhm.
In
yeah,
The
that's it. That's it. So like.
Anyway,
we can,
so I'm
we can,
sorry.
like, we can pretend like I'm like messaging Mira while this is happening, and I'm like, I've said all this thus far, and be like, if we try to act really casual and like go into the room, maybe we can make
It's
it
fine.
look like we're.
We'll be chill about it.
Yeah, we'll be chill about it. 'Cause
So,
he's the only
Winsler.
one who can see us.
You're all drinking tea. He's done his tea, yeah, and is onto his second cup. What do you do? What do you want to chat?
I need to figure out how I can phrase a question to make it not seem like an obvious.
You haven't figured it out yet.
No.
Dude!
What you're gonna ask?
So,
Okay.
Professor Deep Tar, I know it's
Yes.
kind of weird to sort of like bring this up now after we've had like some tea and the tensions run high and Mr. Wiggles knocked over your pot. I'm sorry to keep drawing attention to that, but it is really
The
heart-wrenching
fact
for
that
me,
your cat's what was your cat's name again?
Mr. Wiggles.
I hate this.
The fact that that is your cat's name is just makes it even more infuriating.
I'm gonna point at Winsler and be like, message like, don't say anything to set him off. The truth serum is in his body now. Friendly conversation.
I'm going to compose myself.
This is the magic version of one of those spy movies where there's like an
Yep.
IT guy talking to the agent through a headpiece.
Anyway,
I can imagine she like being like the computer guy in that movie. Sure. Let's go with that.
Anyways, besides the point,
Yes.
are you aware of like any like weird things going on around the school lately?
No more so than normal.
That's a sketchy way to answer.
What
It's
is
very
normal?
sketchy. Are you like, I don't know, like some of I think one of my friends' roommates hasn't shown up for the first day of class. I know my roommate hasn't shown up for his first day of class, and it's a little bit concerning. Also, there's like,
What were their names?
uh,
Your roommate, Kurt Orlane, if I remember correctly.
yeah, that's his name.
Yes,
The other was
what-
Alina
what-
Hollyfield.
Alina Hollyfield. Have you reported these to administration members?
I haven't yet, but I think I might do that tomorrow. But I just wanted
I would
to-
say that it would be safer to report it as soon as possible.
this motherfucker.
I love how that reaction was like, you foiled my question.
Yeah, I suppose if I had good intentions, that would be a good spot to check.
This is how we all die. Well,
I take a
last
sip of
episode,
some
we're gonna die
tea
now.
while like darting my eyes.
Yeah, yes. And he looks at you, Integrity, weirdly, and then back to you, Winsler.
Just his accent. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
just a little wary of some higher ups because they can be a little bit slimy.
Jesus. Are you just gonna pun it out of him? You're gonna pun
I
until
love
he
it. I
reveals
love
the
it
truth?
so much.
Fake it till you make it.
You know what? I take back what I said. This is a great plan.
I don't think that that's quite. I don't share the same view. I think that the administration is quite capable.
I'm just a little concerned because this might cause a bit of a jam if you catch my drift.
I don't think I do. What do you mean a jam?
Well, you know how there's like you take some bread and then you spread some jam on it.
You mean like yes.
It's
Yes, I'm
gooey.
familiar with the term.
It's a term. It's an expression, you know. But I also mention it because the jam that they were serving not too long ago in the kitchen was a little off.
I don't understand how this relates to the administration, Mr. Wallaby.
The administration gives us the food.
I get
That's-
this message. and
That's
I'm
very
like,
evident.
dude, we only have a couple minutes left. Try to figure out where he was the night of the exam.
I'm gonna jump on the table. Where were you the night of the exam?
Serinepth is in the corner like, this is how we die, guys. This is it.
He
I'm going to
is
kick Winsler.
Ah, my leg!
he is like he like
Chaos.
jolts in his chair and like shakes his hand and spills like tea all over the front of his like clothes
Oh no.
and like drops the cup and it smashes. And he'll say, and then
Fuck!
Integrity kicks you down off of the table and he'll go, "Oh, are you, Mr. Wallaby? Are you all right?
I cast
Why
detect
are you
thoughts.
acting this way?"
sense evasion.
You're
I
gonna
cast detect thoughts.
Okay, what do I need to do?
You don't need to do anything unless I already automatically know there's surface level thoughts. If I probe deeper, you would have to make a wisdom save, and
Okay.
you would know, regardless of success or fail, that I cast the spell. For now, I'm just gonna stick to surface level.
And
Will
you're
I
still
have
invisible,
you
so that's
ask the
fine.
question again?
And because it's not my spell, concentration doesn't matter. I'm just being
Okay,
impacted
okay.
by it.
Yo.
You immediately understand that this individual, Professor Deeptar, is in immeasurable pain from the burns on his front. That is literally the only thought racing through his mind right at this very moment. Is
Fair
like,
enough.
like not like, what do you mean detect thoughts? Like, is it like you understand the context of their thought?
What's most on its mind at the moment?
Okay,
Pain.
it's just like thinking about how in pain it is.
Okay.
He is. That was
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going
rude.
to ask the question again.
okay.
But not scare him. Just so that, because I'm assuming that
Is this good cop, bad cop?
he started thinking about what Winsler being in pain, that now he isn't thinking about what happened on that day presently, so that's why
Mhm.
okay. So I'm gonna be like, where were you on the night of the exams?
He will look up at you and stand up and grab like a towel or something from a nearby shelf. You have towels with tea sets, and he will begin wiping his all the scalding hot tea off of his body, and he will turn and say, "I would appreciate it if both of you left right now."
Did the spell not work on him?
Probably wore off because we spent so long talking about goo puns.
And he looks very
How many
upset.
minutes has it been?
It's been like 6 minutes.
Damn it!
Serinepth
I
leaves
would
the
s-
room.
Okay.
Why'd
I
y'all
would say
get
when
me to do
Winsler
this?
jumps up and shook everything up, that would be still within the range, but not quite 6 minutes, just
He
over 5
hesitated.
minutes.
That's my observation. He hesitated before he was going to say what he was going to say.
But yes, he's now wiping his the front of his robes off and his hands and his chin, and he's said, I would appreciate if both of you left right now. Mr. Wallaby, I will see you in class tomorrow, and I expect that you will be more properly behaved and
Probably
that you
not.
will not bring your cat. And as for your friend here, if you decide in the future to take divination courses, I wish you good luck. But please don't come to my office again.
I'm going to walk to the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn to look at him,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to mage hand a pot off the shelf and leave.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I slip the fuck out of there.
And I just walk away.
As you walk out, okay, he does not seem to react. He'll look at you, Integrity, as you leave the room, presumably.
Do you want me to clean that up for you?
No, please leave right now.
I'm very sorry for how he behaved. He doesn't usually act that way.
Okay.
Not after the visit with Salty.
He will say, "It's quite all right. You do not need to apologize for Mr. Wallaby's behavior. Thank you at the very least for being well behaved. Have a good day. Please leave."
It's nighttime, but bye.
Just keep
Okay.
sassing him.
He is like scowling as you leave.
Winsler,
And you can
really
all
made him angry.
I have beef with him now.
This is like some
Winsler's
Snape
never
Harry
understood the concept
relationship.
of beef before, but he has beef with this professor now.
That was a great plan.
It was great.
That was a great operation. You all did amazingly.
Keep
Is
note,
that sarcasm?
never have me in a situation where I have to talk someone out of the information.
I think the most highly competent members of the team to deal with this social situation were the team that were not involved in the social situation, which is the same Mira and Serinepth,
What do you
which
mean?
is unfortunate.
I'm great at conversations.
Okay. So,
I'm just gonna like still invisibly like hurriedly follow them out
Okay.
of the building because like
you can all reconvene outside easily.
Serinepth lifts the spell on Mira and turns invisible again and walks away into the building.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
She doesn't
What was
say
that
anything to
about?
anyone.
What are you doing? What's going on here?
I'm just watching him.
Okay. He is
I'm watching
you're gonna
him
go up-
for basically 3 hours to make sure
the
if anything happens.
okay. The door is closed.
I use clairvoyance.
Ooh, that lets you just make a little
So
object
let me just
that you can see from, if I recall.
I might have to wait to use that. But I'm just
Because you already used a third level spell slot.
yeah, I'm
But
just
you could do it like tomorrow.
yeah, so I guess what I'm doing instead is going back to my dorm.
Okay. Still invisible.
Yep.
Okay. What would the three of you like to do?
Well, that plan didn't
so
work
that
out.
could have gone better.
I'm just angrily just petting Mr. Wiggles. And I'm just
Wiggles
like,
is
I'm just like
purring,
nuzzling
and
him.
he
Like,
looks
you're not a feral.
so
You're not-
happy with
You're
himself.
not feral. You're a good kitty.
He goes, "Oh, I'm so good. Yes. Yes, I am."
Okay. Did we get any insights from that? Like, what do we know that we didn't know going in?
He got really defensive once we started asking questions about
That's true.
what
He
happened
also-
during that night.
When I jumped up on the table and I went
But I
all
think
back
he might
up,
have also gotten defensive because Winsler jumped on the table and spilled tea on him.
possible.
That is also true.
Okay. He was weird. I think when he was answering your questions, Winsler, like, those were weird answers, right? They were super vague, really non-specific. I don't think he knew he was being truth serumed, but it felt like the kind of things that were deliberately phrased so that you couldn't get anything from them, don't you think?
There was some sort
So
of
that's a little suspicious, right? I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions and say this guy is definitely a slime monster because I feel like we have historically been incorrect being suspicious of people multiple times in the past, but like, I think we didn't learn anything that would absolve him of being like suspicious, you know?
I know
guilty
what's
until
up with
proven innocent.
I know what's up
That's
with him
what I say.
asking me my name 4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
that was weird, right? Like, I get that he's forgetful, but he didn't ask Winsler his name a bunch of times. That's weird.
He didn't even recognize that I said that my name was Idleberry Integrity.
No, that's true. So that's weird. I feel like we don't have any answers and we just have a bunch more questions.
Now I'm scared to go to divination class tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm really glad I don't have that class.
Is he going to kidnap you in the dark while you're reading tea leaves? Because
I mean, at least then we'd have answers.
Winsler gets fucking executed.
So where do we go from here, you guys?
Do you think we should probably make note of artists about, like, tell artists about all this? Because I feel like if we were to have any sort of, like, protection from any possible thing, I think it would be important to at least let him know.
That's not a bad idea, Winsler.
Yeah.
That was a good idea. We should totally talk to artists.
We should
Wow,
totally
so
talk
rare.
to artists, yeah.
Let's
This
go.
day just keeps getting worse and worse.
I think this will be very helpful. At least if we disappear, he knows where we could be.
And if anybody is going to get information on a professor and like have another professor's trust, it's gonna be another professor, right? Like, of course he's not gonna trust us because we're students, but like, if Artis knows anything about this guy, I'm sure they would have like at least worked together in some capacity. Maybe we can get something from that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's go.
I at least hope we can figure this out before more people get slime kidnapped, you know?
What time is it?
Okay.
Do you think will Artis be in his office at this time?
It's like 6:30.
Okay, he's definitely in his office.
Integrity
knows
has
his
like,
schedule.
it's just like, yeah, he's there.
He doesn't have a life.
I could.
Is Serinepth, is she still in, Serinepth, are you still here, by the way?
There's no answer. You see from the lobby through the windows the 9-foot tall spherical headed golem staring at your group or facing your group, sweeping the floor,
Another thing,
I'm away.
since
and then it
Serinepth
walks away.
evidently isn't here, we should probably like help her, right? Like everything that she said to us during the whole truth serum thing about like the sleeping droughts and like the nightmares. I don't really know like how we could help her, but I feel like going forward it's something we should at least be aware
It's
of.
a little concerning, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. At least like that we can all let her know that like we're here for her, and like if she wants to talk about it, like we'll be supportive, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be very, very helpful.
I feel like she wouldn't have volunteered herself to be the guinea pig for this, like, the truth serum thing if she really, really, really didn't want us to know, right? So I think on some level she has to want us to know and support her and be there for her. So we'll, I guess, just try to make that clear going forward.
Okay. And so you have this conversation as you walk to the Hall of Voyages, Artis's office. Winsler, you know this place.
I know this place very well.
You descend the stairs.
I'm sweating.
And Artis's door is open. There is a rope around the doorknob attached to his bookcase so that it doesn't swing shut.
Challenge accepted.
He looks up from his desk. He's reading, and he'll say, "Oh, what can I do for the three of you?" That's not Artis's voice.
Mm.
Oh, what can I do for the three of you?
We think one of your colleagues might be slime.
Come in and close the door.
That was such a quick.
I'm gonna start walking towards the door to close it.
Winsler, could you grab the door?
Yes, artist. I'm gonna close the door.
Thank you so much.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
One of my colleagues is a slime person.
Maybe.
It,
So,
Is it Yexum?
please let it be Exum.
not that I mean, maybe not the person we were thinking of, but
Oh, I had assumed I just assumed that since you had been dealing with him a lot recently, you were suspicious of him. So
No.
who is it? What's your
well,
proof? Is it
okay.
a long list of evidence,
It's
or is it hunches?
Okay, so if I told you I broke a rule that didn't impact your life or your career in any way, would you narc on me?
Is artist hip
back
with this
in
like
his-
lingo?
He leans back in his chair and puts his hands on his face and like pushes the skin around his face, like kneads his face, and he will look up at the ceiling. He will look down at the ground. He'll lean forwards and put his head in his hands, and he'll say, "So that tells me that you already broke a rule."
Yeah, but if you say you're gonna narc on me, I won't give you specifics.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Is it important to the safety of students and faculty?
Not
the school?
really. No.
Then, like, the whole entire situation.
I mean the slime is.
Well, the slime is, but the slime wasn't
Okay.
really related to
So
the.
if the
that
slime
would've
is
happened
relevant
regardless.
to the safety and health and well-being of those living here, then just tell me.
Okay, so I didn't take my final test. Integrity and I magically switched places.
No!
Wait. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And he'll look up at you and just be like,
I
will
understand
touch-
that that's a broken rule, but there's more pressing matters right now in considering maybe people being
so
kidnapped.
was there a pressing reason for you to skip your exam?
Yes, but there's a whole backstory behind that, so I'll talk about that later. In
Okay.
the meantime, so Serinepth and I went
I want
to
to say that if you just happen to forget in this discussion right now to cover that section, I will talk about it
Yep.
individually
Don't
with
worry.
you.
It's okay.
Okay.
There are completely very serious, legitimate reasons. So Serinepth and I went to Professor Rathren's house, and we had dinner. And when we were there, we were in the kitchen, and this like slime monster thing showed up in the kitchen and tried to kidnap his daughter. We were all there. Me and Serinepth. I mean, and so it appeared like from the sink, and it turned into goo, and it like made like a goo cocoon. And like we tried to escape through the sink. We kind of fought it off. It disappeared. We learned later that the person who looked like goo looks exactly like Professor Deeptar. Spitting image of Professor Deeptar. So either Professor Deeptar is a goo thing, or there is a goo thing out there impersonating Professor Deeptar. Also, we went to the kitchen to get some food after hours, and the kitchen was completely covered in goo. So
You went to the kitchen.
yes, that's another
after-
rule-breaking thing. But once again,
So when
people
you-
being
when-
kidnapped might be more pressing. That was just teen shenanigans.
So the other day when there was a lack of breakfast foods in the morning,
yeah, that was totally that we were hungry. So anyway, the kitchen was completely covered in goo before we got there, so some of that might have been like a goo monster stealing the food first. In any case, there are goo people possibly impersonating teachers, possibly are the teachers, and people might be getting kidnapped because Alina wasn't here all day yesterday, and neither was Kurt.
well, okay.
I also kind of want to make another point that I felt like I wasn't safe enough to share in the dining hall because I kind of made a promise. Or
Yes, Winsler?
Guess I'm kind of breaking that promise.
By all means, tell us the truth, Winsler.
Remember when you had me go up to the transmutation offices at the top?
Yes, I do. Just last night, you mean?
Yeah. About that, I managed to find
The night before last,
I managed to find
said.
the book. However,
Yes.
there was an issue.
which was
There was a slime girl who
okay.
caught me in the act.
Oh, okay.
And
Did she try to attack you?
we promised each other that we wouldn't tell anyone else that we were up there. I kind of shook her hand on it and it left a bit of a burn. I'd show him my hand.
Okay. Yes. All right. So
And then they fled down
in
the stairs.
order. So in order, you broke into the kitchen and found goo. That's totally normal. Don't worry.
It is?
Totally normal. That's concerning.
Second, you, Winsler, met a slime girl who burned you in the transmutation building.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you, Mira, and Integrity
No.
swapped during your history exam so that you could go to a dinner party with Professor Rathren. Did Professor Rathren know that you were skipping your exams?
No, but I also really want to do well in his class because it's kind of the entire reason I'm here at this school. So, like, not
Okay.
that, like, I don't care about other subjects, just,
Yes,
like, this
yes,
is,
yes.
like, my main, so
So
if I
then you
didn't go,
went-
it would be, like, bad academically.
So then you went to the dinner party with Miss Cinderman,
Mm-hmm.
encountered a goo monster. So you've encountered two goo monsters, one of which is just some girl, slime girl. The other of which is a professor, resembles a professor.
Yes.
Now, have you gone to speak with Professor Underbow about this?
No, because we don't really know how deep the conspiracy goes, and also because Underbow might hate us. And also because we probably couldn't explain to Underbow the whole situation with the goo kitchen because a lot of rule breaking was involved.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want
Oh.
to get thrown out his window.
Also, regarding your roommate, Miss Marchand, she was, to my knowledge, asked about a few events here at the Hall of Voyages, which occurred Sunday night. She was sent back to her dormitory by 8 p.m. that night, though, Monday night. So
She didn't come back.
okay, that's very troubling. And your roommate, Mr. Wallaby, I don't know any information regarding his whereabouts, so that's also very troubling. So what would you like? Would you like me to just bring this to Professor Underbow? If I bring this to Professor Underbow, I will have to tell him about all of the details here, like everything.
We were
you've
hoping
shared
that
with me.
wouldn't be the case.
Do you think you could possibly sort of keep a lookout for anything weird? Because something gooey's going on here.
What if-
Something's gooing on here.
What if we say that Mira at the dinner party was Integrity, who was pretending to be Mira so that Delnis will see Mira?
I feel so bad for artists.
You went, why, wait, so that Delnis Wraithrin?
That's a whole other rabbit hole that we shouldn't really go into right now.
You skipped your remedial exam to go to a dinner party to talk to a girl?
Yes. But also because I wanted to do well in the class.
Also because you wanted
That
to
was
do
at
well in
least
class.
20% of it.
I mean, artists,
Okay, like
you'd do
15 maybe.
anything for love, would you?
Mira has a crush.
Yeah. Don't you know what it feels like to love someone and then, like, you can't
Don't-
be with them?
Ooh.
That was very rude.
Okay, I didn't mean to be rude. I just mean, like, I'm just
I
trying to keep everyone
understand.
safe.
But, okay. I appreciate that you've trust me, the three of you trust me, and have come forward with this information for me. Does Miss Cinderman, is she all right?
She got mad at us and walked away, so I don't know.
Okay. Was it regarding this conspiracy theory about slime professors?
Yes. We also visited, his office and, tried to ask him some questions and
Okay.
accidentally spilled tea on him.
That was my
so
bad.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound like the most horrible thing on
It
earth.
was.
The tea had truth serum in it.
We
Oh.
also broke his prize blue teapot.
Oh.
But I cleaned it
This
up for
is-
him.
And I
That's
also,
true.
that's-
She
and
cleaned
I-
it up really well.
And I also intentionally broke another one as a power move on the way out.
That's wonderful. This is all
Artist is gonna die early because of us.
wonderful.
He has so many gray hairs.
He knows
now.
too much.
This is quite a lot for me to process all at once. So you have, okay. Did Professor Wraithrin or anyone other than you and Miss Cinderman see Professor Deeptar at the Wraithrin?
No, but we told him about it, and he said he would ask around.
All right.
We didn't mention his name because we didn't know by then, but
Okay. I will speak with Professor Wraithrin, and I will speak with Professor Underbow, and I will try to tell him only the information which is necessary for the safety of the people on campus here. I will also bring to his attention that Miss Hollyfield and Mr. Orlane never are missing to our knowledge. Beyond that, I don't know what to say. I'm very disappointed that you would break that many rules. Is there anything else while we're, getting things off our chests?
I mean, these breaking of rules happened at different time points. It just makes it sound so bad because they're all interconnected.
And you're all bringing them to me all at once instead of when they occurred.
right. It's not like we just broke all of these rules like in one day just to break
No,
rules.
no, just in the span of 2 days, 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
3
That's
days,
like
3
only
crimes.
a third of the rule breaking.
Has
It sounds
really
like.
been that long? Oh God.
Okay.
I guess.
There's just
I guess
there's just not a lot of fun things to do in this school.
Oh my God.
he's just looking at the ground. He's not looking any of you in the eyes. And he's going to say, well, go to your dormitories and get a good night's rest. Go clean up the offices tomorrow and stay out of trouble, please. And I will handle this. And if it's necessary to tell Professor Underbow about any of the rule breaking, then unfortunately that's just the way it has to be. I once again appreciate all three of you coming forward to tell me this information, but rules are rules.
I would also like to point out that there's kind of another big school mystery that we're like all sort of trying to solve together. So I feel like if we all got expelled before that happened, that would probably be bad since we don't really fully know what's at stake with that yet. And so it might be kind of a matter of like the world ending.
Are you blackmailing?
Are you trying to blackmail me?
No, I'm not trying to blackmail you. Like, I'm not being like, oh, I'm gonna go tell people about the orbs. I just mean like, I'm not saying I'm gonna do anything. I'm just saying like, if we get expelled, the world might maybe end if the mystery doesn't get solved. So that might be
What's this about
worth
orbs?
thinking about.
Winsler.
Windsor's had a long week, guys.
All right.
Had a long day.
So taking that into consideration, nothing changes. I'm still going to tell Professor Underbow the information about the immediate safety concerns of the school, and we will proceed with this from there.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say to the three of you.
You broke rules too, didn't
Oh
you, when
my
you were a
God.
student here?
Oh my
like,
god.
to find the orbs and stuff.
Mira
like,
trying
what
to
if you'd gotten
justify her
expelled
choices
before
to
you
artists.
could ever
is
be
great.
like an independent researcher? Wouldn't that have been the worst?
I didn't break any rules until my third year of school, so I've got a leg up on you all there.
That's fair.
And even there, I only broke very, very few
When
rules.
you guys broke the rules on your first day, like you've definitely
Compared
hit
to
this-
the other members of
record.
my team in school, I broke the fewest rules. I would say among my graduating class, I broke the fewest rules.
See,
So,
everybody in your graduating class broke some rules. So
Yes.
if we were to get expelled for some rule breaking, that wouldn't really be fair.
not everyone cheats on exams, so I'll give you that one. Have a good night, students.
Yeah, all right, good night.
Good night.
Yes. Please don't slam the door.
Okay, I'm going to slowly close the door.
Okay.
I'm going to ensure that she closes it slowly.
Okay.
This is the only time I have any stake in caring how the door is closed.
Oh, you're stressing me out. Me, Luke. Luke, am stressed out for you.
Same.
How's the Hall of Voyages look at this point?
It looks perfectly fixed.
Oh, it looks completely fixed?
You know what?
Yeah,
I
Look,
was
it's
super
not bent
scared.
anymore?
Oh wait, we're not done
Perfect
yet.
time for more travel.
Yeah, let's get
The
the,
hook
fuck out of
is-
Dodge.
Let's go visit Salty and find like a memory erasing device so we can just start anew.
We can just order it
The
on
hook.
Amazon.
The hook is gone.
Oh, well, that's new.
And it seems like all the cabinets are empty.
Oh, I thought you said like the hook,
Mm.
like the hook that you had planned for this is gone.
No.
Like-
The hook for the planar transportation.
Newsflash: all interplanar transportation is now offline.
Where do we go from here?
to bed.
To
Bed.
bed.
To bed.
It's been a long
Okay.
day.
Can I just say that once I get to my room, like I'm gonna walk
Yes.
to my room with high hopes that I don't know. I just have this thing where both my roommates, or both my friends' roommates are gone. If Sylvie is gone, I will cry. So I'm going to walk back to my room.
If Sylvie's gone but you get your pet, is that like a fair trade-off?
No.
Integrity.
Yes.
As you return to your dormitory, there is a large brown paper bag out front of your door.
Oh my god.
It seems to be visibly wiggling, and as you watch it, it seems to flop over and just be shaking.
Oh god.
Oh, my popcorn machine came. I am going to run.
And I think that's where we're going to end this episode.
I'm going to run.
Ben, can you do the outro, please?
Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Trials of Trebuchets. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a review on our iTunes. It'll really help us out a lot. You can also check out our social media pages at Instagram and Twitter at Trials and Trebs. You can check out some interesting posts and artwork that we post there occasionally. You can also find links to our Discord server there. You can come hang out with us and meet some lovely, nice people. It's a really good place, and I think you would enjoy it if you joined.
Thank you, everyone, for listening this week. I hope you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it. See you next week. Bye.
Bye. folks.
Bye.
Bye.